Trinity International College, the place to be, a home away from home.
Dear parents, good morning, dear invited guests. We appreciate you for honoring our invitation to be a part of today's webinar. We've had a series of webinars in the past, and we're still counting. We give God all the glory for this beautiful day that He has made, and we thank Him for preserving our lives and that of our children, our various institutions. Today, Monday, April the 24th, our webinar topic is skills your child needs to excel in school and life. Skills your child needs to excel in school and in life. A special guest has been invited to do justice to this topic. And I believe it's going to be a rewarding time for everyone here participating. So once again, I want to welcome you. My name is Mukoro Smith. Present also in today's webinar, we have the Director of Education of Trinity International College. We have the Principal Senior School in person of Mr. S.A. Olajide. We have the Principal Junior School in person of Mr. Nelson Omono. We have the Vice Principal Senior School in person of Mrs. Adepoju. We also have in this meeting, we have the boss of the institution. We also want to acknowledge the presence of our directors who may also be joining the meeting from their various locations. Once again, esteemed parents, we say we welcome you and we say thank you for honoring us to be a part of today. And for all our guests, invited guests, please just stay tuned and enjoy today's webinar. It promises to be an exciting and educative session. Skills your child needs to excel in school and in life. Without further ado, I would like to invite one of our parents to please open us in prayers. Let's commit this webinar to God as we start in earnest. Mrs. Agumbiade Olajumoke, please. Could you kindly open us in prayer? Just unmute your microphone. May I request that until it's time for questions and feedback, let's mute our microphones. Thank you. I'd like to welcome Agumbiade Olajumoke to please open us in prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here this morning. We thank you for the initiative of the school to bring this program along. We commit all these children into your holy hands, Father. We pray for the divine guidance in their lives. We pray for the divine guidance in the lives of the parents to guide them right. We pray for divine guidance in the life of the school to guide them right. We commit this program into your holy hands. Heavenly Father, let us learn from you in Jesus' name. In Jesus' mighty name I pray.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mrs. Agumbiade Olajumoke. We appreciate you for that. Right away, we want to find out more about who we are as a college. And to take us through that segment, we have the Director of Education, Mrs. O.R. Adeyemo. Dio Iman, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mukuru. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, our daddies and mommies and everyone online. It's a pleasure connecting with you this morning. Thank you. We are here because of our future, and I love what I do. I prepare the future today. Our Trinity International College was established in 1995 by a group of concerned Christian professionals and businessmen. And of course, it was in an attempt to answer the question that was brought about by the decadence of education in our country. This professional businessman wanted a school that would be better than the ones they attended in the 60s and 70s. Hence, the vision was birthed in what we now know as Trinity International College. And the group that started Trinity, they are known as the Trinity Group. They knew exactly what they wanted, and this was spelled out in the vision of the college, which is to be an institution with a reputation for academic excellence and strong Christian values. And of course, we've not relent in the vision and in the mission. And we've been providing education for future leaders. We've combined academic excellence with spiritual and moral uprightness. And we have succeeded in doing this because we've seen this has shown in the lives of lots and lots of our alumni. We've received calls and visitations from heads of higher institutions in America, in Canada, in the UK, wanting to know the place that back their children or the students will send to them. A parent once told me that she knew of Trinity International College, not because of online campaign, not because of newspapers campaign, but she knew about Trinity from her own daughter, who then, as at that time, was schooling in Canada. The girl did not graduate from Trinity, but she told the mom that she discovered that in their school at the University of Ottawa, that all the students who came from Trinity are always performing better in academics, in moral, and in behavior. And recently, a parent of one of our alumnus that graduated about 3 years ago called me that the son in a software engineering program in one of Nigeria's private universities told her that, "Mommy, they taught all my classmates, about 150 of them, in WAEC because people were failing. And the lecturer said, we want to help you, but we'll organize a tutorial for you. You have to come out with the truth. Were you taught in the exam? Did you see the question that looked like WAEC question in your exam? If you belong to that category, come to one side. If you were not aided in your school in the exam, come to the other side." To the testimony of TRICOL, my students and alumnus said that it was only 5 of us that were in the course that graduated from Trinity. We were the only ones who made bold to stay apart. The registrar of another private university called me and said he has discovered that students who finish from Trinity International College are always the best in the university in Lagos. So our Trinity was built on integrity, and on integrity we stand. And for a child, you bring that child to Trinity. We know that unless we build our life on integrity and we remove personal interest, today will be like tomorrow. But we are trying to bring up a body of children, a body of leaders that will lead the country, that will lead Nigeria to our desired haven. And all over the world. Another parent, he will be online now. He joined our school about 5 years ago. He told me that he brought his children to Trinity International College because of one alumnus of Trinity working under him in a reputable. So this parent, Mr. Sonny, told me that it was because of Dario Ladeji, an alumnus of the college, a member of the first set. I taught Dari accounting. That
where did you graduate from? He said he read accounting in the US, but sir, my secondary school made me. What is the name of this, your secondary school? He said, Trinity International College is the name of my secondary school. And the man came, and I believe the child is in SS2 now. He has never been disappointed. Trinity International College is an award-winning institution. On the screen now, you can see, and this is not even an updated award. This year alone, we've won, we were the first virtual scholarship competition, we came first. The first national essay, the first essay of the national essay competition of petroleum and natural gas Senior Staff Association, Trinity International College won. We came first in Abuja. We came first in the United Education USA quiz competition in Lagos for the Women History Month. Our student came first, came third, and came fourth in the competition among many schools. And of course, we're the third in the world in Cambridge IGCSE English language in 2022, we came first. In the United World Colleges, we've been winning awards since 2006, 2009 to 2022. In the Nigeria Open Rubrics competition, our student came first. Award of Excellence for the Leeds Quiz competition. The Cambridge Top Country, the best in Cambridge in religious studies, account, economics, physics, additional maths, and literature at different times. And we are the representative of Nigeria in the Olympia competition in physics, in chemistry, in biology. We've represented Nigeria in India, Iran, Switzerland, Georgia, and so on and so forth. And of course, our student just came from the finalist of the Olympiad in Abuja for informatics. Trinity International College is an award-winning institution. Our curriculum, we prepare students for examinations in both the British and Nigerian curriculum. We prepare students for entrance into the universities in USA. We prepare students to write the SAT, and in recent years, our students have performed creditably well, having one of the highest scores in the world. We don't allow our SS3 students to write the SAT so that it doesn't distract them. So our students write their SAT in SS2, yet they are one of the best in the world. The last SAT we wrote, Damilola Olayiwola score as much as 1,580 out of 1,600 score. And the college board employ him temporarily to prepare students for the SAT. He's still in SS3 now, to prepare students from 10 countries, And of course, he's been offered admission into one of the best universities in the USA. I will not go beyond that. We prepare students for IELTS too, with 8.5 band 7. The minimum has been even band 7. Students write UTME from the college, and last year, more than 18 students score above 300 above 300, over 400 in the UTME JAM. We prepare students for TOEFL. We undertake the admission processes into higher institutions in America, Canada, and out of and in Nigeria as the parent wishes. As a Christian school, we have a Mr. Sonny told me that it was because of Dario Ladeji, an alumnus of the college, a member of the first set. I taught Dario accounting. Where did you graduate from? He said he read accounting in the US, but sir, my secondary school made me. What is the name of this, your secondary school? He said, Trinity International College is the name of my secondary school. And the man came, and I believe the child is in SS2 now. He has never disappointed. Trinity International College is an award-winning institution. On the screen now, you can see, and this is not even an updated award. This year alone, we've won, we were the first virtual scholarship competition. We came first. The first national essay, the first essay of the national essay competition of petroleum and natural gas Senior Staff Association, Trinity International College won. We came first in Abuja. We came first in the United Education USA quiz competition in Lagos for the Women History Month. Our student came first, came third, and came fourth in the competition among many schools. And of course, we're the third in the world in Cambridge IGCSE English language in 2022, we came first. In the United World Colleges, we've been winning awards since 2006, 2009 to 2022. In the Nigeria Open Rubrics competition, our student came first. Award of Excellence for the Leeds Quiz competition. The Cambridge Top Country, the best in Cambridge in religious studies, account, economics, physics, additional maths, and literature at different times. And we are the representative of Nigeria in the Olympia competition in physics, in chemistry, in biology. We've represented Nigeria in India, Iran, Switzerland, Georgia, and so on and so forth. And of course, our student just came from the finalists of the Olympiad in Abuja for informatics. Trinity International College is an award-winning institution. Our curriculum, we prepare students for examinations in both the British and Nigerian curriculum. We prepare students for entrance into the universities in USA. We prepare students to write the SAT, and in recent years, our students have performed creditably well, having one of the highest score in the world. We don't allow our SS3 students to write the SAT so that it doesn't distract them. So our students write their SAT in SS2, yet they are one of the best in the world. The last SAT we wrote, Damilola Olayiwola score as much as 1,580 out of 1,600 score. And the college board employ him temporarily to prepare students for the SAT. He's still in SS3 now, to prepare students from 10 countries, And of course, he's been offered admission into one of the best universities in the USA. I will not go beyond that. We prepare students for IELTS too with 8.5 band 7. The minimum has been even band 7. Students write UTME from the college, and last year, more than 18 students scored above 300 over 400 in the UTME JAM. We prepare students for TOEFL. We undertake the admission processes into higher institutions in America, Canada, and in Nigeria as the parent wishes. As a Christian school, we have a period for Solemn Hour, the Child and God. We offer Bible studies, and we have a lot of skill acquisition programs that prepare the student for leadership. I, the Director of Education, with members of my team, we are certified facilitators of the John Maxwell Beyond Success skills acquisition. So that I don't take much of a time. We recognize our students as unique, and we prepare them as unique, and we have positive relationships with them. Thank you. As you stay tuned to listen to Dr. Mrs. Sam Emehelu, I invite the principal senior school, Mr. S.A. Olajide, to invite the speaker.
To listen to our guest speaker. I encourage all of us to adjust our seats, give attention for the TRICOL parents in the room. I think you remember that in TRICOL, we give tests to parents. Anytime you are in school, I will add 1 or 2 things on this webinar. If you are unable to give me the right answer, I will turn down your request. Agreed? And for other parents, please be attentive and listen to our speaker, who is going to speak on the topic, skills your child needs to excel in school and life. Our guest speaker is a competent and seasoned educator, a consultant, certified leadership coach, and mentor and business leader. She is currently the CEO and lead consultant at Core Skills Transformational Academy Limited. She holds a doctorate degree in education planning and management from Prowess University, USA. She is the senior special assistant to the Director General at the Chartered Institute of Mentoring and Coaching in Nigeria, fellow at the Chartered Institute of Management Consultants, and a member of the Pan-African Consultants Association. She is an author of 20 books. She serves on various advisory boards of organizations in Africa and United Kingdom. She is also a brand ambassador as U Lesson, the #1 learning application in Africa. She is the training and development lead at Equip Nigeria, John C. Maxwell's non-for-profit organization. Of course, she's a wife and a mother of 2 young installation leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I invite our guest speaker for today, Dr. Mrs. Tony Sam Emeelu, for our presentation.
Thank you.
You are welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And I can see that you have enabled me to share my screen. So I'm going to get started immediately. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right. I'm sure we all are ready for the session this morning. And I want to say a big thank you, all protocols duly observed. I'm trying to see if I can do a better share. Okay. Okay, try to see full screen, yeah. So that's it. Okay, yes. So I'm sure we can all see my screen. First of all, I want to say all protocols duly observed, and I'm sure you can hear me. If you can hear me in the chat room, please just give me a Y. Just put Y, the letter Y. Yes. Good. You know, when you are online, you have to be sure you are not just talking to yourself, so that you can be sure that people are listening to you. So I want to say a big thank you to Trinity International College of Father. All protocols duly observed. The principal, the vice principal, the management, the director of studies and education. I want to say a very big thank you for inviting me, most especially to Mrs. Adeyemo, who happens to be my mentee for close to 4 to 5 years now. And it's been an amazing experience, you know, working with her. Okay, so yes, so I think enough has been said about me, and I don't need to, you know, say, I don't need to repeat my profile. We have said that already, so let's move on. Yes, so of course, when I more than impressed, and Trinity International College, the mission is very simple, straightforward. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of schools, but for Trinity, I mean, it was beautiful. And the mission is so simple, is a future inclined college that is passionate about its vision with eternity in view. You know, Trinity International College is out to build a bridge between who a child is today and who he or she will become tomorrow. Straightforward, concise, and straight to the point. And of course, from the introductory video that we have watched, from the various itinerary that we've heard from Mrs. Adeyemo and even all the other management staff, it's so exciting to be a part of this. Okay, so we all know the topic this morning, which is the skills children, your child needs in both life and in school. So I'm going to be making it intertwined because sincerely, we can't separate life, which is holistic, from, you know, schooling. And the truth is, schooling is a phase while a life is all encompassing. So I always like to engage my audience whenever I have opportunity to share. So what are skills? Can somebody help in the chat room? I just want to be sure that we are on the same page. What are skills? What exactly are skills? And you know, when we say skills, because that is like the key word. So I want the chat room buzzing right now. I have just about 30 minutes, so but I want us to still have a bit of interaction. That is why it's called facilitation. I'm not here to teach us. I know, I mean, we are about 102 on the call, and a lot of us already are learned. I'm just privileged to share this morning. So I just want to see if I have one or two contributions, then we move on. What are skills basically? What are skills? You know, I would like us to share our perspective. Okay, good. I have Mr. Benga, communication, Mr. Benga Ilori, okay, communication, presentation skills, capacity, wow. Ability to do something very well. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Omololu. Skill, innate or develop ability to do something meticulously. Wow. Endowment. Wow. We have Mr. Mark who says qualities, abilities. Abiodun says talent. Wow. Exciting. Okay, good. Thank you so much for being very highly engaging this morning. So let's take a look at what I have here. There are some key words that some of us have shared already. Amechi says ability to acquire, abilities acquired through training or talent that help one in work or through life. Fantastic. Now let's take a look at this that I've shared. I said skills can be defined as abilities and knowledge that a person possesses and applies to perform specific tasks and achieve certain goals effectively, right? And really, how can we acquire skills? Through education, training, experience, and sincerely, skills range from technical to practical skills. From the video that we watched before now, we were able to listen and we saw a lot of things that Trinity International College is already doing, how they are ensuring that our children become skillful through training, through education, through experience. You know, I love the technical part where they were able to sew, make, you know, little garments and all that, you know, and that is amazing. So apart from being technical, practical, skills are hands-on, right? Stella said, set of know-hows. Victor says, skill is what an individual has to execute. Excellent performance. Larry says, competence acquired, learned, or inborn. Amazing. Okay. Tosha says, proficiency. So we are all correct, but this definition is a bit concise and it has helped to marry and put together all our different thoughts over, you know, over our conversation this morning. Okay, so now the second question. Why are skills important? So let's get to it. Why do we think skills are important? Because if we actually begin to mention those skills that children need, we need to understand the fundamental reasons why we are having this session this morning and why we are doing this. So why are skills really important? We need to think through. You know, if we say that we are looking at skills that children need to excel both in school and in life, then why? Why really are skills important? So let's get to it. Benga Ilori says, creation of values, amazing. Happy says, skills are important because it brings in through expertise in us, okay? I think that abbreviation, I wasn't too sure what was it. Okay, yeah, to be relevant in society, skills are the basics for good performance. Yes, they say skills are the spice of life. I'm enjoying this. Omotola says to help us excel. Very true. Very, very true. Yeah, Patricia says important to help us meet needs and earn a living. Angela says make advancements. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm so loving this. Give them confidence to face life. That's from Sarah. Yep. Ukaria says that skills helps in professional life a lot. It helps to achieve your goals, gives confidence, and gives motivation for working too. Silas says it makes one valuable in society. Abayomi says find new ways of thinking, and problem solving provides the foundation for success in life. Fantastic. So I really, really appreciate fulfillment in life, Linda, Lori. Well done. So I really, everyone has said very important things, right? And sincerely, nobody wants to have anything to do with someone that is not skillful. And that's just the truth. So now I just was able to capture it in 3 sentences, which are skills allows us to perform specific tasks, effectively and efficiently. So it separates us from someone that is an amateur. When we're skillful, it separates us from people that don't actually know what they are doing or are not doing things properly. All right. It also helps us to broaden our knowledge and increase our sense of fulfillment and confidence. And a couple of us have said that already. Then developing skills also leads to new opportunities in personal growth. Now, one beautiful thing about skills is that we never can tell when opportunities will come. Okay. And sincerely, when you are skillful, it has been said that when preparation, right, meets opportunity, success is bound to happen. And that is why this topic is very, very essential. Because for us, the company that I lead and I head is called Core Skills Transformational Academy. And we are very heavy on ensuring that educational stakeholders have the required skills that they need to work effectively with the children in their settings. Now, I want us to discuss, like I said, I'm not just going to be throwing things at us. I'm not just going to be talking. Let's discuss. I want the chat room buzzing again. What are the skills we think our children really need to excel in school and life? Like I said, it was very difficult for me to separate it because schooling is a preparation for life. Children come into life and they get to prepare for schooling as well. So very interesting. So let's use the chat room so that we can save time. I can see someone is raising up our hands, but because of time, I want us to just use the chat room. So let's have it buzzing right away. Okay, so what are those skills that we think? Because like I said, I'm just coming here to fortify and to enrich that which we already know. Communication, collaboration, problem solving, relationship, entrepreneurial, amazing. Musical skills, soft skills, yes, fantastic, beautiful, yes. Business, I like that. Communication and knowledge, social skills, building confidence, amazing, yes. All this that we have mentioned, the skills for today, yeah. I love this, Dr. Olufemi. You know when the doctor is talking. The skills of today may not be useful for digital evolution. Hence, digital transformation is key. Wow. Okay. So hashtag ChatGPT. Communication, creativity, financial, community, relations, management, critical thinking, vocational, entrepreneurial, technical. Beautiful. So it's so obvious that, all of us are on point. Inventive thinking. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so what I have done is to try to now categorize so skills associated to Gen Zs and Gen Alpha. Okay, so please, I would like the host to help me mute. Some people are actually talking and it's distracting. So housekeeping, yes, very, very fundamental. We all have said and have spoken well. All right, so let's move on. So what I've done is I first of all went to check and do a little bit of research from the World Economic Forum, right? And it mentioned top 10 skills that will be very, very useful by the year 2025. And this top 10 skills is something I want all of us to pay critical attention to. Like you can see on this side of the slide, they try to summarize everything into 4, which is problem solving, self-management, working with people, technology use and development. Then they now expanded it to say analytical thinking and innovation, active learning and learning strategies. Now, it's no longer, even in school, you think that you are done with schooling, but then all of us know that, like sincerely, we are just getting started to learn a lot. So learning strategies, lifelong learning, complex problem solving, critical thinking and analysis, creativity, originality and initiative, leadership and social influence, technology use, monitoring and control, technology design and programming, resilience, stress, tolerance, and flexibility, and then reasoning, problem solving, and ideation. So you can see how much, they have put together all these skills, because by year 2025, which is not far, just 2 years from now, these are the top 10 skills. So we need to begin to prepare the children for this. So what I just did was, of course, for schooling, literacy skill is very important, because even if we say every other thing that we want our children to learn as a life skill or what have you, we discover that if children can't read, write, and communicate effectively, that is just the very barest minimum. And that's why I had to start with that. Then for, schooling, sincerely, I was able to capture this 5, which is, interest in science, just the interest. Well, some will take it further, but fundamentally, at least, science is about our world and how our world evolves and how our world transforms and how our world is in existence. So interest in science is critical. Practical skills, problem solving ability, numeracy, we all know, and then teamwork skills. Now, teamwork skills is important that while they're in school, this is being built, because the workplace now, a lot of people work in teams and not in silos. And I'm so excited because Trinity International College are already putting all this in place. So I just try to encapsulate all the skills that the children will need in school into this 5. Not to say that there are not other ones that are important, but you can imagine from the video we watched, the introductory video we watched, you will see that this is being encapsulated and put together to ensure that at least while they are in school, they are able to do all this. The practical skills ranges from the vocational to the entrepreneurial, problem-solving ability. You can see how they showed forth in different ways, and so on and so forth. So of course, we know numerous skills is basic math skills that are necessary for everything from managing finances to understanding science and technology. Remember, some people put in their business, entrepreneur. So even if you are running a business and you don't know how to understand your figures, you're going to be cheated a lot of times. So these are also very fundamental for both life and business. Now, we have what we call the 5 C's. And some of us have already mentioned it in the chat room. I saw a lot of things around collaboration and all that. So that is where the 5 C's is noticeable. So yes, some people call it the 4 C's, but recently another C has been added. So I want us to use the chat room. For those of us that are conversant with the 4 C's, let me see us type. What do you think are the 4 C's? Some people had already mentioned it earlier. So let's use the chat room. Let's use the chat room. What do you think are the 5 C's? Remember what I said, that the modern work environment requires mental process to adapt and improve. So let's use the chat room. I want to start saying, what do we think are the 4 C's? Creativity. Thank you, Patricia. Awesome. Communication. Thank you, Bumi. Communication. Thank you, Jerry. Manual capacity. Wow, fantastic. Cognitive skill. Collaboration. Bumi. Elizabeth. Collaboration. Okay, beautiful. All right, so yeah. So, and it has been a buzzword for over close to 2 years now for those of us that work a lot with children. So let's see the first C. So the first C that I put here is critical thinking. Okay, compassion is critical thinking, yeah. And critical thinking and problem solving very key, and the ability to analyze information, identify problems, and then come up with solutions. So there are 3 key areas: analyze information, identify problems, and come up with solutions. So that is very, very key. So that's the first C that I put there. Yes, and a lot of us have already talked about creativity, that is using knowledge and understanding to create new ways of thinking, create new things. So a lot of us have mentioned that, and that is very, very correct. Okay, so let's move to the next one, communication. So this one, even if you have all the knowledge in your head, you know what to say, everything is in your head, but if you cannot, exchange it, speak, and let people get you, let people understand you, there's a huge problem. So ability to exchange information, ideas, and thoughts, whether it's one person or a group of people, it's very key. And then remember also that communication is not just verbal, it's non-verbal, it can be written, it can be visual, and communication are 4 major areas, that is the reading, the writing, the listening, and the speaking. So these 4 areas, and I'm so excited because Trinity International College doing well in SAT, IELTS, these are international exams that helps to increase communication, and it's very critical. Yes, collaboration, which a lot of us have been mentioning, ability to work with others respectfully, and efficiently to create, use, and share knowledge, solutions, and innovation. Now, collaboration is also a very important skill when you are as adults. sometimes we are so opinionated, we want to hold on to our opinions, but it should not always be so. We should be willing, okay? We should be willing to make sure that we are open to make people, you don't have to agree with them, right? But be willing to make sure that you listen and just listen, and then just be open to other people's opinion, right? So the next seed that has just been added is character, and this is key. So even if you are intelligent and you're able to do so many things, but you are lacking in character, this will actually hurt a lot of things about you, people's opinion about you, people's thoughts about you, people's way of thinking about you. And so this is very important. And this is one of the things that is seriously lacking in our world today. So the sum total of a person's qualities, traits, and values that define who they are as an individual is very important, that moral and ethical standards, level of integrity, attitude towards others, and their approach to decision making is very, very key. So this fifth C is something that a lot of us don't think through, but character is powerful. It can make, even no matter how high you get to, like it's been said, that a good name is better than riches. Now I have the IMT. Can anybody guess what I mean by IMT? IMT is another acronym. Remember, I started with the 5 C's. IMT is another acronym. I know this one may be a bit tough for us, so let me just dive in. But can anybody try? Maybe one person can try. Let me see if one person can try. And say something about the IMT. Please, we may need to mute everyone because I can hear some. Okay, so I think we all are wondering. Okay, so let me just dive straight in. So the first I is information literacy. So the IMT there are 3 groups of words that has to do with technology. Of course, we know technology is so critical, and artificial intelligence, yeah, something around that. So information literacy is the ability to find, evaluate, and use information effectively and ethically, right? It involves a set of skills and competencies that enables individuals to locate, interpret, and use information from various sources, including books, journals, website, database, social media, and other platforms. Now, because we are in an information age and information is everywhere, yes, and information is everywhere, it's very important that we use information ethically and effectively. When you pick information from somewhere, it's important you reference, it's important you acknowledge if it's a copyright, important that we begin to teach our children copyright. In the developed world, plagiarism is a crime. So this is another skill that is very important. It's not so common like the ones we know, but it is a very important skill. The M stands for media literacy, which also has to do with technology, ability to analyze, evaluate media messages, including news, advertisements, films, social media posts. So you see people just sending broadcast messages here and there. There's the ones that are so offensive. There's the ones that are so these are skills we have to be able to teach, our children, to prepare them. They should not just forward message. If a message is not authenticated, if it is not backed up with data, if it's not backed up with facts, it's important that we try as much as possible to let our children know that they shouldn't, spread them. It involves understanding how media is created, how it influences our beliefs and values, how it can be manipulated, manipulative or misleads us. A lot of things have happened, during the pandemic, during the elections, all sorts of media content just flying all about. This is a skill that we have to ensure that our children know. So media literacy also involves developing the skills to create media messages that are responsible, ethical, and accurate. So another thing is that, yes, we have to make sure that our children don't just consume content. They should be able to create responsible, ethical, and accurate content. They should not just be content consumers, but they should also be content creators. Very, very important. Okay, so technology literacy. So this refers to the ability to use and understand various technological tools, such as computers, smartphones, software applications, and digital devices. So especially for young people, because they have those tools in their hands, they don't know how powerful that is. There's a lot of security issues, so we have to teach them, to let them know that, see, there are pedophiles, there are a lot of things happening. You don't just show your video or your pictures or any other thing that is confidential. People, whether they are brushing their teeth, they will post it, they are doing anything. It should not be so. You should be able to, technology literacy is a whole ball game on its own, and it involves a range of skills, including basic proficiency, hardware, software, especially for those that want to go into programming and what have you, and then the ability to troubleshoot technical issues and capacity to learn and adapt to new technologies as they emerge. So we don't want to raise social media savvy children. We want to raise technologically literate children that can actually build apps, provide solutions, digital applications, build, things that are useful and, of course, that can make our society better. Now, the last group of skills, they're a bit of soft skills, which I gave the acronym FLIPS. And the first is flexibility. That's the ability to adapt to diverse circumstances in our ever-changing world. Our world is changing so fast that all of us cannot even catch up. The only thing we can do is to be flexible. The change is rapid. Then leadership, ability to lead oneself and capacity to lead others. Then initiative, ability to get things done without being told or reminded. A lot of children we are raising now, so we have to tell them every single thing. But we have to be able to ensure that we give them responsibilities. We try to make sure that they think and come up with ideas and do the things that they're expected to do when they're expected to do it. Then productivity, ability to complete tasks excellently. A lot of children that we have around now, they just complete tasks haphazardly, and that productivity also has to do with efficiency and effectiveness, which has to do with specific time frame and appropriate amount of time. And then last but not the least, social skills, the ability to meet and network with other people for mutual benefit. We all know that it's not enough for you to know so many things. It's important for you to also know the right people because the way life is designed, you have to be in the right circle to get some friends and some things that you would need for the future. So social and emotional skills is also very important, where they can develop empathy. A lot of children in our world are self-centered, selfish, is about me, and I. Self-awareness, social skills help students to build healthy relationships, manage emotions, navigate information in the mind for a short period of time, inhibitory control, the ability to control impulse and delay gratification, cognitive flexibility, the ability to switch between tasks and adapt to changing situations, and then attentional control. We all know that attention span is very, very short now. So we have to begin to build in them the ability to focus and sustain attention on a task or goal. I mean, these are very important. Planning and organization, ability to break down tasks into manageable steps to prioritize them, time management and energy management, ability to use their time effectively and efficiently and not just binge on the internet all day, relate with people. And then the ability to manage and regulate one's emotional regulation, metacognition, the ability to reflect on one's own thinking processes and adjust them as needed. And I put this finally because physical fitness and wellness is very, very key. Maintaining physical fitness, their lifestyle, keep them energized, help them to stay healthy, nutrition, make them walk around, especially now that a lot of us, even as adults, we can stay on our system for the whole day, and that is always sometimes very, very tedious. So in conclusion, while these are some of the most important skills, it is important to remember that each child is unique, and of course, they will have their own strengths and weaknesses. It's also important that we provide children with a well-rounded education that focuses on developing all these skills, as well as providing opportunities for them to explore their passions and interests. And I'm sure that is one thing that Trinity International College is really out to achieve. So that will be the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for having me, and it's been a pleasure sharing with us in the past few minutes. And I hope I was able to keep to time. So let me stop sharing. Thank you. And if there are any questions, we can then ask right away.